Should you include hobbies in the AMCAS work and activities section of your medical school application? And if so, which hobbies should you include? In today's video, I'm going to answer these questions, and I'm going to give you 3 different AMCAS Hobbies examples so you can create your own powerful entries. Before we get started, hi, I'm Nadine Evans with BeMo Academic Consulting. Make sure you subscribe on whatever social media channel you're watching this from now so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you'd like us to help you with your application, go to BeMo.Med.application.com to schedule your free initial consultation. In the AMCAS application, there are 9 different sections that you'll have to fill out. One of those sections is the work and activities section, where you have the opportunity to include up to 15 different experiences. When you enter each experience, you'll have to select the category of the experience. There are a bunch of categories, including one for volunteering, employment, teaching, publications, and of course, one for hobbies. While you do have room to include up to 15 experiences, you can only select a maximum of 4 experiences in one category. So for example, if you have 6 different research experiences, you can only include 4 of these. So you can see that it's important to prioritize what should be included. With every experience that you include, you'll have up to 700 characters, including spaces, to discuss your entry. There's a classification called Most Meaningful Experiences, and this is where you can identify up to 3 of your experiences that were the most meaningful or significant. In addition to the 700 characters, most meaningful experiences are given an extra 1,325 characters to explain why they are the most meaningful to you. So let's consider why hobbies are important to mention in the work and activities section. Entering hobbies serve the purpose of showing the admissions committee who you are as a person outside of your pre-med activities. Of course, grades and test scores are important for admission into medical school, but the reality is most medical schools are looking for a diverse entering class, and hobbies are a great way to demonstrate the diversity that you can bring to the table. Some students still get confused when I mention the word diversity. Yes, there are traditional categories of diversity such as ethnicity, language, religion, and culture, but diversity actually extends so much further than just those categories. If you've participated in a hobby that transformed the way you think about things, allowed you to gain a new skill, or taught you an important lesson, these are so important to bring forth to the entering medical school class. Our participation in hobbies makes each of us unique, shaping and changing us in different ways and allowing us to gain skills and insights to help ourselves and our peers. One person's passion for travel can give them a deep appreciation and respect for different cultures and beliefs. Another person's love of playing the trumpet can help them achieve discipline and determination when faced with challenges. The point is, hobbies are important, and showing the admissions committee that you are committed and passionate towards something you love really carries over in your pursuit of medicine. The main question that everyone wants answered is, which hobbies should I include? Well, if you want to know the answers to that, let me first ask you, which hobbies are you thinking of including and why? All AMCAS entries, regardless of the category, should only be included if they are significant. So what is a significant entry? One that has been particularly important on your journey towards becoming a physician, and one that can demonstrate your suitability for the profession. After all, the purpose of the AMCAS Work and Activities section is for the admissions committee to learn about who you are as an applicant and how your experiences have helped you develop desirable personal characteristics and skills. Whatever hobbies you're thinking of including, think about how they can demonstrate to the admissions committee that you possess sought-after qualities such as resilience, compassion, dedication, teamwork, cultural competency, etc. Remember, quality is more important than quantity here, and even though you're allowed to include up to 15 activities in the AMCAS Work and Activities section, if they're not significant, then don't include them. When determining which hobby to include, think about one that can demonstrate valuable attributes. So perhaps you've participated in a debate club where you learned how to compromise and respect differing opinions. Perhaps you've fished for as long as you can remember, which taught you patience and determination. Any skill that can carry over into your career as a doctor is useful. There are not a lot of wrong answers when it comes to which hobbies to include. The most important criteria is that you can discuss what the activity means to you, what you learned or gained from the experience, and why this was significant. So anything that you've done only once or a handful of times, just here or there, is probably not going to be significant enough to include. Another question that we're commonly asked is if a hobby can be one of the most meaningful experiences. Absolutely it can. There are no stipulations that say which activities can and can't be classified as most meaningful experience, but it's important to choose experiences that truly warrant this classification. The AAMC suggests determining your meaningful experiences by considering the transformative nature of the experience, the impact you made while engaging in that activity, and the personal growth you experienced as a result of your participation. So now I'll read you 3 different hobbies that were included in the AMCAS work and activities section, one of which was listed as a most meaningful experience. So this will give you a good idea as to how you can construct your own responses. Cheerleading. I enjoyed being a cheerleader, sharing a mutual passion with my teammates and representing the college by leading sponsored events, making appearances, and advertising the college. Being an athlete my freshman year was challenging as I balanced coursework, practices, workouts, sponsoring events, and attending games. I learned that teamwork is not only integral in sports, but in life. Having the ability to communicate and cooperate with others and those with different personalities is vital in teamwork and success of the group. I enjoyed being a leader and contributing ideas to fundraisers, routines, and motivating others to keep trying and persevering when a skill was difficult to obtain. 2. Cello. From a young age, I always favored music-themed toys. At 5 years old, I started my first private cello lessons. Since then, I have earned spots in local youth symphonies and even performed solos at a local hospice. From the beginning of college, not only has playing the cello served as my primary source of stress relief, but it has also continued to be a way for me to give back to the community. Since I started playing for those who lived at the Birchmount residence in high school, I continually returned and played my music there throughout my college years. The commitment to my passion despite the challenge has fueled my motivation to pursue medicine. Basketball. I committed a minimum of 40 hours each week to practices, training, competition, and other team-related activities. As a point guard, my position is often equated to the quarterback of the team. I provided leadership and stability for my team. I love the role for the emphasis it placed on adaptability, communication, and creativity. Finding balance between my aspirations on and off the court was essential to my success in both areas. I received the WVB Scholar Athlete Award all 3 years I competed. Upon graduating with my chemistry degree, I was awarded the University of Exborough Albert Davis Award as the top student who is an intercollegiate athlete. Most meaningful experience elaboration. This experience provided me with some of my best experiences and some of my hardest obstacles. While I love playing and competing, the memories and lessons that stick with me the most include my teammates. I was able to meet people from all over the country with varying backgrounds. Competing in a high-stakes environment with others who share the same passion is a unique experience where a strong understanding of each individual is essential. Some teammates responded to criticism and needed it, whereas others wanted reassurance and encouragement. As a point guard, this was my job on the court, but off the court, it meant even more to me as a friend and teammate. I did my best to always be there to listen and offer my support when needed. Knowing I had helped alleviate the stress of a teammate was the sweetest victory of all. This experience also taught me to compartmentalize my activities. My job as an athlete did not end with the final whistle or even when I changed out of my sweat-soaked attire. My teammates and I were never really done for the day. I learned success on the court requires a lot more than the time you put in at practice. However, the ability to compartmentalize when it was time to focus on school, basketball, or other activities was necessary to be successful in each. So there you have it. That concludes another one of our videos. Hopefully you found it helpful, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you have any questions that we can help you with. If you'd like us to help you with your medical school application, go to BeMo.Blog to schedule your free initial consultation. Thanks for watching. See you soon.